I'm Susan from Nannies on Call, and today we've got Carly with us, who is an on-call nanny, and she's going to share some information. We have a lot of families with Nannies on Call that have shared that their children require additional support. Some of our families have shared that their child or children have ADHD, autism, Down syndrome. So, Carly, can you please explain, for instance, the term high functioning?
Sure. High functioning in my cases have been children that are able to communicate to some degree with you. They're able to do their own needs, like brush their teeth, feed themselves, but they may have other areas where they struggle and require extra support.
Okay, great. So with autism, there's a wide spectrum, is that correct?
Yeah, so you can have really high functioning children that some of them you don't even realize that they have autism. Often they are gifted or have exceptional abilities in an area. And you can also have children as the opposite of the spectrum where they have no verbal skills. They don't do well around others or crowds of people. And they are kind of in their, we would say, in their own world, but yet also quite smart as well.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you share some tips or advice to other nannies who, how better to engage with children or deal with circumstances if they require additional support?
Sure. I would always clarify with the parents if they do say that their child is autistic. Ask them to clarify with you how high functioning they are, if they have triggers. For children with autism, they can have certain things that may set them off, and we can be hard to kind of, we say, pull them back. So I would often clarify, are they good in crowds? If, say, where you were to go to the aquarium or somewhere like Science World, it may be overstimulating and they may not work well with a lot of people, too noisy, too many lights. And I often will carry coloring supplies and stickers, something to soothe them if they do have, let's say they do kind of withdraw or they get kind of scared. Just often reassure them. And sometimes with children, in my experience, I work one-on-one with a child who is autistic. His vocab is quite low, so often I'm the one speaking for him. Use a lot of hand gestures or signs pointing to things when referencing something. And I often will speak kind of in short sentences like wash hands, very basic, so that they usually do understand. But again, for him, he doesn't do well in crowds, lots of loud music, so we tend to kind of stay on our own, do lots of coloring, building Lego, using our hands to stimulate him that way.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah.
Also, as you know, some families have not shared with us if their children require additional support.
Yeah.
As an expert in this area, can you share some signs that might detect if a child has perhaps autism or...
Sure. Especially if you're on call, sometimes the child just may be shy and not familiar being around you. So give the child a chance to warm up to you and just kind of come alongside them. Often big things that I have noticed is there is very little or zero eye contact. They won't look at you for any way when you're speaking to them. They may be withdrawn. They stick to themselves. I'm trying to think. They have certain maybe quirks about them, so they may do something repeatedly, and they may just not want to engage at all. So try and work with that child and see, maybe have various options that you could do to kind of, and if the worst case scenario, just make sure that you're with them and just help them to feel comfortable.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So would you say as an on-call nanny, if you saw a booking
Yeah.
and it specified a child had Down syndrome or had Asperger's,
Yeah.
some good advice might be to even Google what that
Absolutely,
entails.
yeah. There's also great resources out there. The library is a great place to start. Also the internet. There's been some videos that I've been able to sign out and watch and learn more about them. And yeah, I would say your best knowledge is to educate yourself on the different terms. And like I said, if there is something in the booking that says that relates to a term like autism, again, always clarify with the parents. And just ask the parents, what is best for that child, what kind of situations work well, and if there's any extra things that you should know about, little tricks.
Oh, perfect. So I guess the bottom line too is in addition to additional care,
Yes.
the bottom line is they're just kids and just want to have fun and
Yeah.
be
Exactly, yeah. And like I said, always have some basic, very simple things like coloring. Children with ADHD or ADD, it's a great way to just kind of calm them down and help calm their bodies down. Stickers are always a good thing, little puzzles, something that you and the child can do together, but yet it's a calming activity to kind of get them to control their bodies, because often they have a hard time controlling themselves, and so you just want to work together to make a good, positive experience for the child.
Very helpful information. Thank you, Carly.
Thank you.